Good morning, everybody. If you've got something you are going to come out about today and you're not quite sure what's in your way, but feels like something is, or how you're going to get around that what is it thing, and how you can be more mindful during the process, you've come to the right place. We're going to talk about how to get through all that with the help of tarot. Good morning. My name is Seth. I run Comingouttarot.com. You can always find out more about me over there. But while we're here, we're talking about you and what it is you got to come out about today. So while I get these cards in the right order to give you that personal insight you need on the obstacle, the action, and the mindfulness for this process, if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep track of each other. And if you find this content useful, hit that thumbs up button. Because not only does it let me know that the content is useful, but it also gets it in front of other people so they can take advantage of this content as well. And speaking of, don't forget to share out with your friends, especially if you know they've got something they need to work on about coming out today. Pass this message on so they have the insight they need just like you're getting. All right. Actually, I don't need to do it. That's weird. Normally I have to do another cut, and this one's already cut where it needs to be. All right, here we go. Here's our obstacle, action, mindfulness. Our action and our obstacle, way important today. Mindfulness is going to be in some of the day-to-day. I'm excited about that. Our obstacle is Chief Seattle, or the Son of Stones. I'm going to turn on a little bit of light so you can see a little better. Chief Seattle, Son of Stones. Our action comes from strength, and our mindfulness is coming from the Four of Swords. This is my trusty handle deck. It's my favorite, absolute favorite, for so many reasons. Anyway, our obstacle today is how do we stand up and speak for ourselves? How do we stand up and represent ourselves, knowing that while our coming out story is our own, we're also representing other people. So if that's your coming out story today, if it feels like that, like you know that you're representing something larger than yourself, that is the biggest challenge, is how do I represent this larger idea in an act that is so intimate and personal for your own life? How is it that you can get through all of those hoops of knowing that this is something bigger than you? And to a degree, every small act of coming out is always bigger than us, I think. It's always bigger than us because it sends this ripple wave. It's that butterfly effect. It's the one small action creates these larger waves throughout the rest of the world. Because the more people that we come out to, just think about this in the queer sense or the LGBTQ sense, the more people we come out to, the more someone can say, yes, I happen to know someone who is transgender, someone who is gay, someone who is queer, and I know them as a person versus this faceless other or this thing. So it is always larger than us when we come out. But if you get stuck in that fear of it's so much larger than me, what do I do? Let's talk about what that action is. This is strength. Interesting. There's normally, so I'll see images in tarot cards and they're part of the message. It's a spirit guide connection for me. They're sharing what the larger message is that you need to know. So generally strength is about that inner strength that we draw on to be to get through something challenging. And it's not unusual to have strength show up, especially next to Chief Seattle, especially when there's a challenge around how do we advocate for ourselves and others for something greater. We need to call on some inner strength in order to get through those things that are scary and challenging and not easy for us to do. But what's even more powerful in this card today is trust the dream. What's on the other side? And I did something on this about Instagram earlier today because I was listening to Rick Clemens at Life Uncloseted. If you've ever listened to that podcast, you should go listen to Rick Clemens' Life Uncloseted. And he had done, it's not his most recent episode, it's the one right before. He'd done this riff and rant on on vision and how we have large visions and they can be daunting and it's hard for us to get somewhere else unless we break it down into smaller chunks. And that's part of what this is about. It's part of what my Tarot for Transformation spread is about. That's why I love to do tarot, is to break it down into manageable chunks so that you have the confirmations you need and the actions you can take to reach your goals. Well, part of our action today is not just relying on our inner strength, but it's actually utilizing that dreamy dream world of where you want to be and being able to articulate that vision of where you'd like to be. That's how you get to that larger advocacy and past the fear. Because if you can articulate the vision, if you can share the dream, people are going to come with you. They get inspired by what it is that you want to change in the world, and that's how you're going to get through that coming out challenge today of overwhelm and too much. Okay, how can you be more mindful during the process? This is the Four of Stones. Self-care, rest, easy answers, whatever that means for you. But I would also challenge you to think about, where's the light in your process? Where is the hidden, like behind the shadow, behind the fear? What is that inspiration? What is that light that makes you want to do the thing? Why is it there? And this isn't easy to answer. This is not an easy quest for a mindfulness exercise. But the more you like put it out there, just start dumping stuff on a piece of paper, for example, or start talking out loud and communicating in some way about what you think that light is, that inspiration. And you'll reach it, you'll hit it, because people will respond and they'll start going, oh yeah, I love that thing. And you'll start to feel it too. Your body will be less fearful, it'll be energized. It will also at the same time feel like it's at rest. So self-care, test out your theories about where that inner light is, and acknowledge how your body feels about it. All right, that is your coming out forecast for today. I hope this is helpful. If it is, don't forget to subscribe so we can keep track of each other. Hit that thumbs up button if you think the content is useful, so it gets in front of other people and it lets me know that the content is useful. And I do hope that you'll go check out Rick Clemens' Riff and Rant, because I think it's really cool. And check out Tarot for Transformation over at Comingouttarot.com/shop. I love that reading. It's so inspirational. It's very detailed. There's a lot of stuff in it. And if you're struggling with your relationships, the Relationships Explained reading is also out there, and something that I'm working on a lot right now, because I want to lift up all of our relationships. And transformation can get you there, but so can the relationship spread. All right, everybody. Have a great Wednesday. I'll see you all later.